So when that interviewer looks at your resume or the application or both, because in some cases you have to do an application and you have to do a resume, just have them both prepared. You know what you're going to put on them. So when people start asking you questions, you're able to answer them. Now there's different types of interviews. You have interviews with the person that you're going to be working under, and then the owners or the CEOs. That's one type of that's one type of interview, but that's two interviews, because first you got to get past the person that's going to be your boss. Then after the person that's going to be your boss picks out the top 3 people, then you go to the boss's boss. So when you get to the boss's boss, it's just a process of elimination at that point, because one of the 3 of you is going to have the job. So what makes you stand out more? Have you researched the company that you're going to work for? Do you know about them? Do you know what they do? Are they a subsidiary of something else? Is this a big corporation? Is this a small company? How many employees do they have? What are you applying for? And how do you do the job that you're applying for? Those things you should know before you have the interview, so that you can interact with the interviewee and tell them, oh yeah, because when I read about so-and-so and so-and-so, it told me this and that, but I didn't know that technology was here yet. But I'm so glad that I perhaps would have an opportunity to use that technology at your company.
Drive the discussion. So typical interview format is interviewer asks a question and you answer. This can be a little bit stiff, and it could even be a little bit awkward if the interviewer doesn't know what to ask. So instead, try to make the interview more of a conversation and a discussion instead of Q&A. This will help make the interview feel a little bit more organic, and at the very least put both parties at ease.
Because you want to repeat the name of the company to the interviewee at least 4 times during your interview. And you say, wow. 1, to show them you know it. 2, so it sticks with you. 3, so you can sell what you believe in. And 4, because that's the company that you now work for. How wonderful is that, right? Okay. A lot of things come along with trying to find employment. So we know you're going to look good. We know you're going to smell good. We know that you're going to have your resume, your application. We know that you're going to, hygiene is going to be intact. So what else do you need to do? Good question. The other thing you need to do, we talked about arriving on time, right? You want to be on time. You don't want to be late for a job interview. It says something really horrible. Unless you're in a car accident, God forbid. Something bad happens, God forbid. People want you to come to work on time.
Arrive early. Arriving at your interview about 10 to 15 minutes early is expected. Actually, if you arrive to your interview right on time, it may look like you're a little late. If you do run into an unavoidable emergency and have to change the interview, make sure you call the interviewer and give them a heads up that you can't make it. If you just don't show up, that's a sure way not to get the job.
And they want you to work. The next thing is, you may or may not get a job, and they talk about a probationary period. Probationary period is just that. It does not mean you have a permanent job. It's a probationary period. Until you have successfully been offered a permanent position. When people hire you in a temporary status or hire you on a probationary status, you have not gotten a job until you prove yourself. So don't go in there thinking you got this job and you're going to be late and you're not going to do what they tell you to do. It's real simple. Follow directions. That's on any job. You're the interviewee. So you have no idea that when your boss walks in the door, what he or she stressed they're under. You have no way of knowing if you're contributing to a problem but not doing what you're supposed to do, what you're getting paid to do, versus you just want to have something to say just because you're the new kid on the block. Doesn't work that way. People pay you to work. I don't care if they give you $1 or if they give you 50 cents or they give you $1 million. You don't come to work not to work. You come to work to work. That's the purpose of you working, right? So you got to know, and you got to be able to articulate to your interviewer that you all about business when it's 9 to 5. That you're going to get the job done. That they can depend on you, whether they're there or whether they're not.